Hey everyone, welcome back to the next episode in our World of Warships Legends free-to-play series using the ThinkM Drinkum account here on the Thinkum Dinkum channel. Anyway, same day as our previous video, we're continuing the mission, the assignment here, the Thanksgiving on the Waves. We have 23 of 60 destroyed incapacitations or set on fire ribbons. So we're going to keep grinding that, and hopefully in this episode we'll finish that up and get that Black Friday crate that's up there and a commander crate. So trying to do that in this episode. You know, PlayStation limits me to like 60 minutes per video, and I try to like limit these episodes to less than that, just so that they're a little easier to digest. I'd love to come at you with like a 3-hour video of 3 hours of me playing a game, but make it a little more digestible by getting it in a little smaller chunks, just more often, you know, more of them, I guess. So anyway, looks like we finished a segment on our Bureau project, which gave us a common container. So we'll pop that real quick. And we got a Type 1 camouflage, a common ship XP booster, and 300 global XP. We now have 61,000 global XP. Good. While we're here, let's double check and make sure our Bureau project is still done. We're on stage 5 of 5 for the Shimikaze. What I want to do, so like I showed you this in the previous video, to just go up to your player profile, push X, and then look right here in the little window, and it shows you the Shimikaze, and different things are in green. Green means you have something in there, and white means that you leave something open. Of course, we don't have anything to put in those slots for ourselves since we're so early in this game. We can't fill it up, which means that we are going a little bit slower than optimal. But that's okay. But what I do want to check is, since we're in stage 5 of 5, we need to plan out, are we going to have enough to keep the Shimikaze running next stage? So let's look at the next stage. We can look here. What are the patrons? We have Makawa, and we have them to the required rank. So this is going to tell you, like, if we have Tagaki or Guprate, or Guprate, or whatever his name is, Emile Gupre, and we have them to rank 5, we'd have another one. But we do have a commander, at least one. Do we have a ship? We do not have a ship. We need the Furutaka, which is probably the closest one, or a tier 4 Kongo. So that's going to be, so we're almost about to get our first Japanese battleship using the Kuma, right? So the closest ship to us is probably a Furutaka, or as I call it, the Furry Taco. So looking at ships, going over to Japanese. If we look at the Kuma here, and we go to upgrades and loadout, you can see on our line here, we will go to the Ishizuchi. We will get to that before we get to the Furry Taco. But Ishizuchi is only a tier 3 battleship, and then once we get to there, we'll have however many points to get to the tier 4 battleship, which will be the Kongo. So if we view that ship, it'll take us to that branch, and you can see before we get to the Kongo, we'll actually get to the aircraft carrier, but the Kongo will be up there. Now, it's not going to tell us how much global XP it is to unlock because we haven't unlocked the Ishizuchi yet, but it'll be the same as, you know, once we get to the Furry Taco. Whatever it takes. I think it doesn't matter what ship you have. Going from 3 to 4 is all the same XP, pretty sure. Now, aircraft carriers, since they're spaced 2 apart, it is more XP to go from 3 to 5 and then 5 to 7, which makes sense because you're kind of skipping a tier there. So I think they add those skill points together. I don't know if it's quite, you know, that they add them together or not. Maybe they do. I don't know. I haven't really looked at that. Anyway, let's get into the grind. So yeah, the Furry Taco is going to be the first one to get us up to 4, so that we'll have a ship for the Shimikaze. Our other choice is, we could look at going back and starting the Yamato again. My preference is to always try and get the ship for the one that you're running and to keep going with it. But a good strategy here at the beginning when you don't have enough commanders and stuff is to work on something that you have commanders for, because this goes incredibly slow when you don't have any boosts on it. Each segment. So normally, if you have all your boosts, segments usually take about a week, about 5 days, or maybe a little more than 5 days. Depends on like the thing, but about 5 days, about a day for each section, or what do they call them? Stage, right? So you have 5 stages. It's about 24 hours for each stage. If you do all of your bonuses, you have both patrons and you have both fleet ships, right? It's about 5 days is what you can count on for each segment. Now the stage is a part of a segment, so about a day for each stage. That totally gets flipped if you think about, you start out with 3 research points per second, which is your base. That's all you're getting if you don't have any extras, right? If you don't have any patrons, you don't have any fleet, you don't have any ships to put in the daily trials for bonuses. That stays at 3 per segment. That basically means that each stage is going to now take about 5 days or more, because each stage, we can look right here. Each stage, if you look at the bottom, 1.7 million research points. Now you're earning 3 per second. So if you divide 17 by 3, you get, let's just round up and make it even, 18 by 3 is going to give you, God, I can't even think right now. 18 by 2 is 9. Why can't I think? 6, right? So 6. So that's 600,000 seconds. And so let me just ask Siri, because I'm doing math. How long in days is 600,000 seconds?
600,000 seconds is 6.94 days.
So basically 6.94 days for each stage. So then you have to multiply that by 5 to get your segment done. And so you could see how not having a commander and ships in there, it basically means that it's going to take forever to get one of these ships. So basically you get 7 days per stage, so it's 5 weeks to get all 5 segments, times 12. If you have 12 5-week segments, how long is that?
Do you want me to use ChatGPT to answer that?
12 times 7. Wait, that's not right.
The answer is 84.
Wait. If we have 7 days in a week, 7 days in a week, right? 5 days per segment. So you have 7 times 12. I mean, damn it. You have 7 times 5 was 35 times 12. 35 times 12.
The answer is 420.
So that's 420 days, which is more than a year. More than a year. How many months is 420 days?
It's 13.8 months.
13.8 months, basically 14 months it's going to take you at the base research to get all 12 segments done at the base research level. So yeah, these bureau projects are long-term projects. As you know, like even right now, this 5 segments has taken probably a week or 2 now, or a week and a half now, and we're still not through it. So, I mean, at best, if you're getting like a week per segment, then you have 12 weeks, and that's 3 months to get one of these ships. That's if you're logging in every day, if you're doing it, you're getting a legendary ship and it's free. So yeah, that's it. Anyway, let's get away from the Bureau project ideas and let's start the grind. So we're going to put some pressure on, going back to the mission just to remind myself what we're after. We're after destroyed, incapacitation, or set on fire ribbons. We're going to focus mostly on the Kuma, because when we get that tier 4, and that's our closest, we need 6,507 regular XP. So regular XP and global XP exchange 1 for 1 if you're going to buy a ship. So you can just look here and see how much global XP, and that's how much regular XP it's going to cost you. You could also, if you want to, look at the top of the ship and do the math, right? 24,000 minus 17,493. That's going to give you 6,507, right? So works out the same. Exchange 1 for 1. Of course, you don't earn 1 for 1 regular XP and global XP. It's global XP is only a percentage of your regular XP that you earn. So anyway, let's get started with Kuma. Let's be careful and let's not be too aggressive. Maybe we can get a match. Wonder if there are a lot of people playing because it's a holiday. Let's see, we have a lot of destroyers here. Hello, everybody. So just quick glance at commander levels, ships wise. It looks like this match might be pretty well matched between us. Now where is this? Where are you going? Agincourt? What? You're a brawler. Please don't. Please don't go. Please don't go. Stay to the outside. Agincourt, please don't go. Please don't go. You know, like the song says.
右舷から魚雷接近。
領艦に要請する。支援が必要だ。Stationen, vorrücken zum Erobern dieses Bereichs. Concentrate fire on the designated target. Nice work. Alle Stationen, brauche Feuerunterstützung.
Temponi, 魚雷確認。皆の奮闘に感謝する。我が軍が優勢になりました。接近。主機損傷。航行不能。対応完了しました。左舷から魚雷接近。後方から魚雷接近。
Feuer auf festgelegtes Ziel konzentrieren.
戦闘機発艦。貫通しました。
Damn it! Damn it! Wanted to get that guy. Oh well. Well, we got one kill. 4 assists. 42,000 damage. Not horrible. I mean, heck, we're gonna win this match, so. Four assists is pretty good. Pretty good. ship is in A, and it's probably that Clemson. Yeah, let's see, the V-25 that had a level 16-2 commander. Obviously, I don't know. We got rid of one of the Clemsons real early. I don't know which one it was. Go back in the video and check it out, I guess. Anyway, let's go return to port. Let's work on the Dugay Trouin. I really want to work on the free end at some point, but we're good so far. Shimikaze, 11,000. Let's work on the Severa. I think at first it kind of feels like you're getting, you know, funneled into, because the first ships that you start out with, cruisers, and you know they're kind of the generic ships. You know, battleships hit hard and destroyers are sneaky, when cruisers are neither. But cruisers are actually fun to play. They reload fast enough. They can hit harder, obviously a lot harder than destroyers can. Even though, you know, like destroyers are sneaky Pete and those torpedoes hit hard and they're devastating when they hit. They're also hard to hit sometimes as soon as people start to know and know how to dodge them and kind of anticipate when, you know, you're going to have somebody spotted typically when you're shooting torpedoes at them. Otherwise you won't be shooting. I mean, you can shoot, they call them zoning torpedoes, if you just shoot torpedoes into the dark and hope somebody hits them. Let's see, why is it taking us so long? Should we try arcade? Let's try standard one more time. Arcade sometimes gets to, oh, we got a match right away. Arcade sometimes, you know, I don't mind playing arcade, but it sometimes gets a little sweaty. Sometimes you can get, you know, divs and stuff in there, and at least, yeah, I thought the last match was, hello. Somebody didn't realize that they had their TV on and other people could hear it. Run into that a lot. What was I saying? Oh, arcade. Yeah, it just seems like, I don't know, sometimes it can get a little sweaty. You get some guys that go down in there to go seal clubbing a lot more than you do, you know, regular. A lot of times seal clubbers can be balanced out sometimes in these larger matches. You got a 16-3 Yamaguchi on the Hosho. That's a seal clubber there, even though he's on our team. And, you know, call a spade a spade. Mimbelli and the Gisano. They have several 16-4 in the Agincourt. That's pretty nasty, that combination. Alright. Well, last time we had a lot of destroyers. This time we only have one destroyer. L'Adroit. 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 Or Adroit. I don't know how. I'm not French. I'm butchering it, I'm sure. Forgive me if you're French and listening to me say the French word. It's funny, I do watch, my wife and I, we watch the Tour de France, and one of the cities that the race started this year was Montpellier, and that's probably my best attempt at French pronunciation, but the actual way that the announcer was saying it was Montpellier. Like, I just totally running it together, totally, you know, like, yeah. We gotta watch out for him because he's got SAP and it's hard. We'll hit the mountain there. have some really fast torpedoes coming in. The French ones. He turned. Oh, we did get him with one stray one. See a destroyer, you shoot at it. I don't know what this rattlehead is shooting at because he's completely letting us farm him. Oh man, our team's almost dead. We lost 4, they've lost 2. I'm gonna turn on my sonar because that Ledroit is spotting me. So torpedoes will be on the way. There he is. Oh, we got Iron Duke and Nevada out there. We definitely don't want to be.
Torpedos al frente.
Definitely don't want to be broadside to them. Shit. We're gonna be dead here very quickly.
Daño crítico en el motor. Problema resuelto, señor.
Yeah, look at the thing. There is no support left. All of our team died. Just so you know. So, request support all you want. Probably not coming. Unfortunately. Oh yeah.
Torpedos a estribor. Solicito fuego de apoyo. Daño crítico en el motor. Torpedos a estribor.
We're dead.
Acorazado enemigo avistado. Problema resuelto, señor. El equipo enemigo tiene la ventaja.
It's annoying. 2 losses in a row. Back to Kuma. Wait. Let's check on our progress on the mission. That's what's going to keep me playing this game right now. Oh, we only have 33 of 60. This grind is going to take a little while. Longer than I thought. That's kind of what happened to me on my other account too. Is like it seemed like I got to the halfway point pretty quickly, and then it just seemed like it just took forever to get any farther. We have 2 kamikazes on our team. Lovely. Seal Clubbers. Welcome, Seal Clubbers. Thank you for being on our team instead of the other team. Oh, Ledroit, or Ledroit, or however you say it. You're a Seal Clubber too. God, we got all the Seal Clubbers on our team. Awesome. This should be fun then. I'll be honest, this is a match full of Seal Clubbers. I was looking through that list. That's wow. But like I mentioned before, the Kamikaze is probably the most OP ship in the game. Its detectability is extremely low. Where the heck is that ship? He's about to do... Oh, he's right in front of us. I'm looking the complete wrong direction. Turn. Turn, Kuma, turn. Ah, that's gonna hurt bad. Yep. One shot by the Vibracinitis. Ouch. Well, yeah, then there's battles like that where we're gonna lose money. Nothing you can do there. Or, well, I could have just not been broadside, but I was looking the wrong direction. That's looking the wrong direction and continuing to turn, like being complacent. So yeah, you guys are along for the good, the bad, and the ugly, and it looks like this episode might be the ugly. The ugliest of the ugly, even. I'm not playing well, and our teams are not playing well. And this is part of the grind. This is part of the game, unfortunately. And it gets frustrating. I'm not going to lie to you. You know, when the game is handing you, the algorithm's handing you these kinds of games over and over again. Yeah, it's extremely frustrating, to say the very, very least. Extremely frustrating. But you know, a lot of games are frustrating at times, right? That's kind of what makes them fun or interesting at times. I mean, if every game was just a walk in the park, it, you know, wouldn't be that great. But then again, when you have PvP stuff, I really wish these dev team would learn to balance these matches a little bit better. And that's, that's all I'll say about that for now. You get newer guys in with guys that are 16-4 and just out, with the most powerful ship in the game, and they're in, you get 3 of them in a div together with all maxed out commanders. Kind of like this. Well, they're not in the div, but Longzhang, Smith, Wix, Richard Schneer. The only one that's not maxed out is that. And then look at our guys. I mean, not to say that we're going to win, but they also have a 10 Richard Scheer. Oh, we got 11. But yeah, that's just, you couldn't spread those guys out. They're not in a div together. It's frustrating. And of course, I'm spotted. Use our sonar right away because the torps are coming. I don't know what's going on today. Maybe it's because I guess everybody got off of work early and out here playing. But these lobbies are sweaty. Extremely. There you are. Yeah. Send your torps, buddy. And that's where they help. Oh, he's gonna send some more torps. You're not that good at torping, dude. Definitely not that good at torping. Yeah, this one might be hard to dodge. Yeah. I didn't expect that last group to come. I mean, hell, that was a lot of fucking torps. Is that one of those level 16 commanders? 15? Obviously, the level of the commander doesn't make that much. I mean, it's an indicator, but it's not the end all be all of like if the player's good, because that was kind of stupid on his part. And I would have dodged that last salvo of torpedoes had I not popped my sonar so early. If I would have had my sonar running, but I knew the torpedoes were coming, so. I would be lucky to hit him so far away. Should have shot at the Milwaukee. Stole that kill all the way. Oh, he's playing stop and go. Alright, we're going to turn back and get this cruiser behind us. I'm I'm not gonna fuck with these little destroyers. I think they're badass. Shit, our team just melted. Maybe I'll go for the carrier. Go for the carrier and the cap. Because, well, our team just melted again. What happened to our 2 kamikazes? Oh no, that was the last match. Maybe we'll win that match. The one that we got. Is our carrier even playing? Let's go save our carrier. I think their carrier's AFK. Carrier, you gotta move, dude. Open up the map using, open up the map and left click and hold, or I mean, click square and hold. Click square and hold somewhere and you'll autopilot. That way you can keep flying planes. Shit. Yeah, this.
La bataille se termine dans 5 minutes.
Attention, à toutes les forces présentes, défendez la base.
Haha, you didn't get a Kraken. Yep. Leroy Jenkins is on the way to Kraken. Definitely a freaking seal clover. Don't let the fact that he has a tier 8 guy fool you. Alright guys. Oh, Kuma, we got the Ishizuchi. Ishizuchi. We got a battleship now, our first battleship. Let's go buy it. So it's going to be Japanese. We don't have a Japanese battleship commander, but we'll just use the regular one. 77,350 silver. Purchase that. Now let's look at, whoops. Ship options. Whoops. Ship option. Oh, we're already in the menu. Specs. Main battery, 41 seconds to turn the guns. It has a shell grouping of 2, which is good. Well, pretty good. Higher than 2 is even better. Let's see. 25-second reload on the guns. 8,000 damage. Okay, not bad. But what we were talking about is upgrades. So this, we're definitely going to take turret traverse. Well, let's see. I mean, I definitely like, let's do turret traverse first. If not, we can sell it for 100,000. We have 100 gold, so we can sell it. Or I mean, we can just uninstall and sell it and pay 100,000. So let's take our ship. We need to assign a commander. So we'll take Togo. And we'll probably need to put a new preset on him. Togo, cooldown time for alpha. I'm not going to worry about taking him up to level 7 unless we just do not get a commander. Chances of HE shells, so we'll do that one. Gun traverse speed, we definitely want that. Here's torpedoes and torpedo bombers. We'll take the speed because, and we'll take the main battery range, right? Or do we want the rudder shift? Let's see what the rudder shift is here. Rudder shift is 17 seconds. It's already down. It's normally 18 seconds. That is a long time to shift your rudder. From hard port to hard starboard. So about half that to go from hard port to center, which is 9 or 10 seconds. That's a long time. So we want the steering, I think. What's the range on this? We get an extra 1%. So what would the range go? From 13 kilometers. So that would be an extra 1% would be 0.13. So might take a, won't even take a step forward. It would be like 13.1 kilometers. So yeah, we're definitely going with preset 2. And we're going with the steering, steer clear. And no legendary. Let's get a camo on here. So this is one of the first ships that has a permanent camo that's available. And so it takes 75 paint to get your level 1 of that permanent camo. Now, the issue with the permanent camo is you can't melt that camo back down. It's always there. So if you decide later that you don't want to play the ship, you can't do anything with it camo. So unlike the Dugay Trouin here, So this has a camo that we made. It's a permanent camo, but it's not like the ship's permanent camo, the camo that came with it. We actually made this camo from this camo. So we took that, we hit, you know, whatever it was, and we made our permanent camo. So if you look here, we can hit square and melt this camo back down into paint if we end up not wanting to play this ship anymore. I would suggest that for lower tier ships that you know you're not going to play anymore, or you know, any ships that you think at some point you may not want to play as much anymore. You may want to avoid investing a lot of money into the camo that comes with the ship. You know, a lot of times people want the standard regular camo that comes with the ship, so you will have to make some paint for that. Now let's see, each one of these makes 7 paint, so to get this we need 75 paints. So that means basically 11 of these will make 1 paint. So let's just take 11 from here. Which will give us 77 paint. So we will melt these into some paint, and then we'll come up here and we'll hold this to create our tier 1 permanent camo. That's the standard camo for that ship, and that's what it looks like. That looks actually pretty nice. And I think some of these standard camos, I think, are supposed to be somewhat historically accurate. Maybe not, I don't know. Maybe I'm just speaking out of my butt and it's not true. Okay, let's take it in versus AI. First match. And let's look at what we'll need to finish this match fast because we're running out of time on our video. Okay, now in the Battleship I typically just shoot AP unless it's British, or like it's kind of there are a couple of battleships that are a little bit more HE type focused. A lot of the British battleships do really well with the HE. Hello everybody. I didn't realize I was talking on the team chat again. Anyway. Somebody's name is Kickbutt Podvoisky. Kickbutt 365. That's almost the Pickle Boy, but it's not the Pickle Boy. And then Stack Scram. Is that Stack Scram or Stack Stram? Stack SRAM? 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 Let's just go straight in. Where the ship is slow to get going too. Ishizuchi, our first match. Brand new ship. Here we go. Versus AI. We have a lot of hit points on the ship. 43,200. It doesn't take many torpedoes though. Torpedoes hit hard. We also don't have that much range, 13 kilometers. That's about the same range or even less range than a lot of cruisers. So we don't have a lot of range here. We did take the rudder, but like, look at that. I let go of the stick already, and the rudder keeps going for another 9 or 10 seconds. There it goes. Oh, those shells. There's, wow. Wow. There's supposed to be a shell grouping of 2, but that didn't, sure as heck didn't seem like it. Now he is coming straight on at us, but. We may want to look at some accuracy there. Oh, turn broadside. That's nice. We hit them with 4, but they all over-penetrated. going to come over here and try and torpedo us. Let's be ready for that. We don't have time to reload to HE, which would be best for him, but yeah, if we would have hit him with HE right there, he would be dead. He should be within our secondary range, yeah. Our secondary get him? Oh, Omaha is in our secondary range too. Sometimes I gotta prompt the secondaries by... So I'm gonna get a fire, and I don't have a damage con, so it's gonna go forever. I usually hit my health because that'll help. I don't know that it's gonna, it won't keep the damage to a minimum, but it will keep it from going down as much, which could be a really bad thing if close to bottom health, or it could keep you alive, quite frankly, if you get hit really hard. Wow, that didn't hit him hard at all. Wow. And some battleships do, and some Japanese battleships even have torpedoes, but not a lot of them. There comes some torpedoes. Hopefully this will do them, because my video timer is about to run out. See, he hit hard there because I was completely broadside. What? We bounced them all, or shattered them all. Wow. Come on. There we go. All right, that's it, guys. My video timer is about to run out, so yeah. We played our brand new battleship, Ishizuchi. Didn't win very much, but yeah. Let's check real quick. Let me check that one battle that I said we might win. We didn't even win that one. I think that was the Kuma, right? With the two Kamikazes? Yeah, we didn't win that match at all. Somebody got a crack in there. Anyway, thanks. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.